Seems like yesterday that we had the baby shower here.
What about the funeral?
Body's being cremated. We're gonna have a service at the hospital chapel later.
Hello?
Any leads,
Hi.
Anna?
No, nothing concrete, no.
We've been up since early this morning tracking down what there is.
I'm going to find that hit-and-run driver if I have to rip this town apart myself.
You're taking more than a professional interest in this case.
Well, Tanya was my friend. That crime is horrible under any circumstances, but this driver is going to pay for what he did.
Have you talked to Frisco? We were wondering about the funeral service.
Yeah, I spoke to him earlier. It's taking place later at the chapel at General Hospital.
No, we haven't told that.
Yeah.
I just wonder how Tony's holding up. Making all those arrangements for the cremation must have been terrible.
I know.
I couldn't do it. If I were he, I couldn't get out of bed. I'd be paralyzed.
More coffee here, anybody?
No, thank God, fine.
Oh, no, me neither.
Okay.
We better be getting back to headquarters.
And there are no new wrinkles in the case.
No, nothing. We'll just keep plugging.
Yes.
Well, I think I might expand the search for this hit-and-run car. You never know when or where that can turn up.
Keep us informed, Anna.
Absolutely, I will.
We'll see you at the service.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 In an enterprise which is much too...
To what?
Hi, good morning.
To what? Oh, hi, Sean.
Morning.
Good morning.
I'll bet that old tycoon would be licking his chops if he really knew what we were up to with HDI.
How's that coming along, by the way?
Very good. Our syndicate is $2 million richer this morning.
Really, may I ask who the sugar daddy is?
No, it's more like Sugar Mama. Edward's own daughter-in-law, Monica.
Oh, really? When did she get born?
Last night. We should have her $2 million this morning. And we'll have HDI packed away in our hip pocket before you know it.
Well, it can't come too soon for me and Anna.
By the way, congratulations on your reconciliation.
Well, thank you. This time it's for keeps, you know. As soon as I'm free from my financial obligation, we are going to get married.
Just don't waste any time, huh? Because if there's a lesson to be learned from Tanya's tragedy is that you can't take anything for granted. The whole world could fall apart in a second.
What are you doing?
I could ask you the same question. I wasn't expecting you at work today.
Oh, I just had to get out of the house. The walls started closing in a little bit.
How's Tony?
He's doing good. So, has the computer told you anything you didn't already know?
Well, I've asked to be informed of any orders to replace headlamps in the cars that we're looking at.
Which can be just about any vehicle on the street, right? Now, how can 5 people on the spot see 3 different types of cars?
Well, it happens all the time, Frisco. People aren't trained to be observant. Even those that are mess up when they're taken by surprise.
How do you miss a car?
All our witnesses saw the vehicle. They just can't describe it very accurately.
What the hell good are they then, huh?
You never know. One of them could be right.
So we just go a routine process, just hoping one of them will be right.
Exactly. Each of the cars reported could be the one we're looking for.
Great. Where do I start?
We'll talk about that tomorrow.
Well, I have to start now.
Tony needs you more than we do. Take the day off, please. For your sake as well as Tony's. I want it to be reported to Devane.
Is this the remains of the glass from the smashed out light?
Yes. Sam found it near the accident.
Yeah.
We didn't pull any prints.
They smashed the hell out of this. Just imagine what it did to her, huh?
Go home, Frisco. Come on, I'll walk you out. I'll see you at this office.
Excuse me, Chief Devane?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Mark Carlin. I'm a reporter for the Port Charles Herald.
Yes, Mark Carlin. I've seen your name in the bylines. What can I do for you?
My editor would like to do a series of articles on the PCPD.
What about us?
Well, just a profile, really. He's got column inches to fill and couldn't think of anything better to do with it.
Don't you usually tackle harder jobs?
I guess this is his idea of giving me a breather. At any rate, I'd like permission to hang around the station for a few days.
Yes.
Promise I won't get in anyone's
Sure.
way.
Be my guest, yeah.
Would you be available to answer a question or two yourself?
I don't see why not, but not right now.
Fine. I'll check back later, thanks.
Thank you. Why would a hard-hitting reporter like Mr. Carlin be assigned a job like that? We don't have any skeletons in our closet, do we? Come on.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I can't tell you how bad I feel.
Thank you, Sean.
Tanya was one of a kind. We're all going to miss her terribly.
Tony, I wish there was something I could say or do to help ease your pain. Just know you have my deepest sympathy, all of you. If there is anything I can do, then
We'll let you know, thanks. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Any progress on running down that hit-and-run driver?
No, not much yet. Everybody has conflicting viewpoints.
Are you Dr. Jones?
Yeah, I am.
I'm Ethel Cooper.
Do I know you? I'm sorry, I'm not real clear right now.
I was one of your wife's patients. I just heard the terrible news. And I had an appointment here today with Tanya. I promised myself that I wouldn't cry, but it's just that she was so loving, so giving. Why did such a tear-sweet creature have to leave us?
I have asked myself that a lot of times, too.
I know how you feel, Doctor. I lost my husband recently.
I'm sorry.
I pray that both our wounds will heal.
Excuse me. We better get to the chapel, okay? Yeah.
I won't keep you then.
Listen, thank you for your kindness.
I just want you to know that I'll pray for you and your family, Dr. Jones. I'll never forget Tanya. The world will be a much less gracious place without her.
Not as long as there's people like you in the world. You know, if we can keep Tanya alive in our hearts, then she doesn't die. And I appreciate you reminding me of that. I do. Thank you.
We're gathered here today to pay tribute to a dear friend and colleague whose tragic passing has left us all deeply bereaved. Tanya Jones was, without question, a woman who had it all, and no one deserved it more. She was a dedicated professional, devoted mother, and a loving wife. Her smile lit up this hospital like a Christmas tree. Her work here speaks for itself. As a therapist, she was unsurpassed in technical skills and bedside manner. It's very rare when you find those two talents combined so perfectly in one person.
And I love to do that. It gives me sort of a warm feeling.
Yeah, you know what we should do? We should set it outside one night of the week where the four of us can just get together.
You know, you're right. That's a great idea. Except for the five of us.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I forget about you, the five of us? If it's all planned ahead, then the husbands would have to be there.
You know, you're right.
And what an attitude. Tanya had the most positive outlook of anyone I know. Did you ever hear her complain about having to work long hours or carrying too heavy a workload? Probably, but you can bet none of her patients ever heard about it. Tanya knew how to make her friends and co-workers smile, offer a pat on the back lend a sympathetic ear.
Oh, my gosh.
Hi, guys.
Oh, I don't believe this.
Look at this.
This is wonderful.
It is. What do you think?
Come on,
Beautiful.
baby. Let's go see our first Christmas tree.
Nicest surprise I've ever seen.
Come here, Barbara. You want to see your first
There's
Christmas
no
tree?
question about which patient best knew Tanya's many fine qualities. We all know how she nursed her husband back to health after he'd been shot. Most of us figured it was touch and go for a while, but not Tanya. She knew Tony would recover. She willed it.
Tanya,
Tony,
what are you doing?
What am I doing
Yeah,
here?
what are you doing?
isn't a wife allowed to come and visit her husband in his hotel room?
Oh, yeah. This is wonderful.
Well, I feel wonderful being here.
It's especially wonderful in light of,
All the fights we've had lately.
From now on, I want to forget them, okay? Just wipe them out.
Out of my head. Gone.
I love you, and I'm never going to hurt you.
There's a hole in our lives now that will never be filled. But a place in our hearts that even her death cannot disturb. Tanya will live there forever. It was an honor and a privilege to call her my friend. I look forward to a long and joyous association with her wonderful family. May she rest in peace. And now, Frisco and Terry will sing some of Tanya's favorite hymns.
When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And though the night is cloudy, there is still a light that shines on me. Shine until tomorrow, let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be.
Chief Devane? Hello? Anybody there? Lavery.
Who are you?
Easy, officer.
What are you doing in Chief Devane's office?
I'm Mark Carlin. I'm a reporter for the Herald.
Let's see some ID.
Will my press credentials do?
Yeah. Okay, you're a reporter, but that doesn't explain what you're doing in here by yourself.
I'm doing a series of articles on the department. Chief Devane said I could hang around the station for a few days, you know, soak up the atmosphere.
Does she say you could scrounge around her office when she isn't here?
Journalistic license.
Oh. Well, yours was just revoked.
Oh, lighten up, officer. I'm one of the good guys. I was just waiting for Chief Devane to get back.
You've got a long wait.
What, she's not due back soon?
Chief Devane has gone for the day.
You're kidding. I could have swore she said we could talk later on.
She must have meant tomorrow. You better hit the road, pal.
I will. Nothing left to do here.